All right, everybody, we are starting to wind down Indie Week. This is Cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile, here with day 12 of the award season reviews, with another indie film that is nipping at the heels of the major studio films, which has been garnering awards buzz since its theatrical release in June of this year. I am talking about A24's Past Lives. Now, this debut feature film, written and directed by Celine Song, has been picking up nominations and some wins along the way. Now, for my box office folks, Past Lives, as of this recording, has a box office total of $20,528,159, with $10,923,569 domestically and $9,604,590 internationally. Now, as award season is ramping up and its best picture chances are pretty much a lock as far as a nomination goes, it will probably be re released in theaters. Now, Celine Song, for her directorial debut, has already been recognized by the LA Film Critics Association with the Next Generation Award, and the New York Film Critics Circle named it its best first or debut film of the year. Now, at the Gotham Awards, Past Lives was named Best Picture for the year as well. And right now, for the Independent Spirit Awards, and we're recognizing Indie Week, right now, Past Lives has nominations for Best Feature, Best Director, Best Screenplay, and both of its leads, Greta Lee and Teo Yu, are nominated for Best Lead Performance. Now, for the Golden Globes, it has the same nominations, save Teo Yu, who's not nominated for the Globe. But in addition to those other four, it is also nominated for Best Motion Picture, non English language. So this is in the two Best Picture categories, drama and non English language, similar to Anatomy of the Fall, which I reviewed earlier in this season. Now, the last I will mention, and I could go on here longer with the amount of nominations that this film is garnering, is the Critics' Choice, which has nominated Lee for Best Actress, Song for her screenplay, and also has a Best Picture nomination. So, and I will say this now, I'm going to put these predictions here now instead of waiting till the end just because I'm in it. I believe that Past Lives is going to enter all of those categories at the Oscars. Best Picture nomination, lock. Best Actress nomination, lock. Original Screenplay, lock. Director, that one could be a lock. Personally, I would love a Song and Greta Gerwig tie win. Won't happen. Would be nice. All right. But we're not here to talk all necessarily just about the awards. We're also here to talk about the film. So let me get into that because that's what we're here for. So our film opens at a New York City bar, and we see Greta Lee's Nora sitting at a bar between Teo Yu's Hae Sung and John Magaro's Arthur. Now they're sitting here having a conversation, and we as the audience are in the perspective of people sitting at a bar and staring at this trio. And we've all done this before, right? When we see people sitting at a bar or at a restaurant, we wonder, what's their relationship? What are they talking about? That's what we hear. It's 2 a.m. Who are these people? Is the man on the right her husband? Is the man on her left a tour guide? Is that man her brother? Well, she's not looking at him like a brother. And this is in present time, so let's jump back 24 years to the year 2000 when we meet a young Nora and Hae Sung, classmates who have had a crush on each other while they're growing up in Korea. We quickly learn that Nora's parents are taking Nora and her sister to immigrate to Canada for a new life, which means that Nora will leave Hae Sung behind. We will jump forward 12 years now to 2012. And thanks to the magic of social media, Nora and Hae Sung are reunited thanks to Facebook and begin to chat over Skype. At this point, Hae Sung is still in Korea and Nora is now in New York pursuing her playwright dreams. Now, due to factors that I won't say to keep it spoiler free, they determine to break off contact until another 12 years go by. So now in present day, Nora and Hae Sung are in different places, but it's possible now through a reconnection that Hae Sung would like to come visit Nora in New York, where she is now living happily married to a gentleman named Arthur. Now, when he arrives, the film begins to pivot, and like Passages, we have another film that takes a look at a interesting threesome. Not to the same extreme as Passages, I'm going to say that. This one is a little more, you know, a little more down to earth. But we will follow this unique love triangle with Nora at the peak and, her current love and her first love at the two ends. How will this play out? Where will this end? Song takes us on a journey over Hae Sung's visit, and you know, it establishes in the script, it makes the audience question what could have been. How much should we invest in our past lives if they come back? Are they worth pursuing? Is it worth more? Is it worth the trouble? We don't know. I have to say the performances in this are very strong, especially from Lee, who plays a much softer character than the tough business-driven Stella that I know her from in the morning show, or even her very laughable supporting role of Hae-won in the movie Sisters with Amy Poehler and Tina Fey. Here she anchors her performance more in silence and moments and look. And it's easy to see how these two men are, so taken with her. Her recognition this award season does not shock me at all, and I feel that we will continue hearing Greta Lee's name as we go. Now, while he hasn't received the same nominations as his peers, I also want to highlight Magaro as Arthur, Nora's husband. I mean, he plays this role with such sincerity, and traditionally in films like this, when a character's partner is interested in a past love, it becomes this point of contention. And this is not the point. He really humanizes this character and the way he feels about Nora's relationship with this first love. Now, at a runtime of about 100 minutes, save the end credits, honestly, I would have been happier to spend a little more time in Song's world. She presents wonderful characters with the New York backdrop that will completely engage and endear you. So, shocker, Past Lives is a 5-star film for me. I know, another 5 stars. I know I've said that those are rare, and that's again if I'm looking at everything over the course of a year. But award season, I mean, come on, we are recognizing the best of the year. Despite the strikes, which were awful, we got some very solid storytelling in films released this year that are going to give us a very interesting award season. Past Lives is definitely a must watch, and as I referenced, it may come back into theaters. So if you can catch it in theaters, I mean, I love seeing my home city of New York portrayed on the big screen. But to that end, if you don't want to wait to see if it's re released in theaters, Past Lives is available to rent on most digital platforms. No information for streaming quite yet. All right. So we have one more day for Indie Week. We're going to wrap that, and then we will be shifting focus to the documentaries. As always, if you like what you heard here, please click above and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd. You can also check out my 12 days of Christmas movie reviews in 25 words on Instagram and Facebook. Until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying, take a break and watch something new.